Hello, good morning. Let's get ready together. I thought today I could do my makeup with you, and as I'm doing my makeup I can answer your frequently asked questions about the proposal and the forthcoming wedding at some point. So far I have got on my mascara, which is the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara, which is what I've got on, and then on my skin I've just got some Aven moisturiser and some SPF. What's the name of that brand? It's an Australian brand that comes in a blue tube. Got that SPF on it as well. And I'm going to use this, which is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. And as I'm doing that, I shall answer the first question, because we have lots to talk about. By far, the most frequently asked question on my Instagram Q&A box was, did you expect the proposal? And as you might have seen in the previous video, I did say that, you know, Anne had asked me for my ring details in January 2022. So ever since then, I was thinking he could propose at any time. But I did have a feeling he'd probably do it on a big trip. I mean, we've never discussed that, but I just had the vibe that that's the sort of thing that he would do, because our favourite memories together are always when we're travelling. And they're always the time when we're just like, we are at our best, we are at our happiest. We just, I mean, doesn't every couple just love it when you're on holiday together, you know? It's just the best time. So I had a feeling he'd do it when we're travelling. When we booked this Utah trip, I did think to myself, oh, that would be a prime opportunity for Tony to get down on one knee. But I never wanted to get my hopes up too high. So yeah, in conclusion, I basically had a hypothesis that it could potentially be on this trip, but I didn't know if it would be, and if it was, I didn't know when it would be throughout the trip. But I was hoping it would potentially happen on this trip. But again, there was no certainty to that, because it had already been, you know, almost 18 months since he'd asked me for my ring details. So I just had no idea when this guy was going to do it. Next question, will you have a home or abroad wedding? And while I'm answering this, I will put on my base, which is the Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist Skill Illuminating Foundation. I wear the shade Medium EF09. This is the best foundation, guys. I will never, ever, well, I say that, I may change, but I just feel like I'm never gonna change, because I already have a backup tube purchased and ready to go, because I just love it and I can't imagine my life without it, so I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna apply this with what brush shall I use? I'm gonna use this because it's freshly washed. This is, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna use it. We definitely think it's going to be an abroad wedding. Lots of people are saying, will you do it in Surrey, will you do it in Yorkshire, or what's the plan? I think we're definitely going to do it abroad. We definitely want to make it like a 3-day thing, and, you know, have a bit of a main character moment and have a full weekend of joy celebrating our love. So we're not too sure on where it's going to be yet. We do have some ideas. We do have one very strong idea, very strong contender, somewhere that we're visiting soon, and somewhere that we figure, well, we're there, we might as well look at some venues. It's definitely going to be a destination wedding, and that means as a result it'll probably be a bit of a smaller wedding, and I think that was one of the next questions. Let me have a look. Any ideas on the wedding size or vibe? So yeah, we do think it'll probably be a little bit smaller. I feel like most of our friends who are getting married, they're talking about having, you know, 120, 130 guests, definitely over 100 guests. We drafted up a guest list in the car in Utah. This is why I feel like we know so much. People are like, how do you already know so much about what you're doing with your wedding? We got engaged 3 days into a 14-day road trip. We had 48 hours in the car and 2,000 miles to drive. So we had a lot of conversations in the car. So we basically nailed down our guest list pretty soon after we got engaged. So our guest list for our wedding, we're thinking will be, you know, maybe 70 people, maximum 80. But we're kind of aiming for a smaller, more intimate wedding. You never know, we might just suddenly be like, everybody come! But right now, our idea is, you know, a bit of a smaller wedding. Not tiny, not like 30 people, but not 100 people. More like in the middle, 70, 75. Let's see. I also think when it comes to a destination wedding, like, it's more of an effort for people to come, so you only really get the people who really want to come to the wedding coming, because they have to commit time and money to come along, which I'd be hugely grateful for anybody who commits that much to coming to celebrate our special day with us. It will be, hopefully, a smaller wedding, and hopefully abroad. Oh yeah, the other aspect of that question is any thoughts on the vibe of the wedding. No, not really. We had some conversations on the sort of things that we are thinking, and I'm just going to put some concealer. I'm going to do two different concealers. I'm going to do the Rose Ink concealer in Luxe 050 under my eyes, and then I'm going to use this concealer, which is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in Sugar Biscuit, and that's going to go around the rest of my face, because yeah, I like it lighter under my eyes and a bit darker to blend in with my tannage on the rest of my face. So yeah, in terms of vibe, what did we discuss? Yeah, main thing we've agreed on is we want it to be like a bit more informal. So definitely not a black tie wedding. We love a black tie event, and one of our friends is having a black tie wedding and we're really excited for it. But we are not black tie people. So I think we'll have more of like a casual vibe wedding. Not like super duper casual, but just not black tie, not too formal. So that's something we've agreed on. Another thing that we've agreed on is that like really high priority for us is live music, because we've been to weddings in the past where the live music has really made the wedding and really been like a game changer in the whole atmosphere and the whole vibe of the wedding. So that's something that we want to prioritise. We've basically like discussed our personal main priorities for the wedding, and you know, I'd say live music is up there for both of us. So yeah, that's about as far as we've got with our discussions. When do you think the wedding will be? Let me just check this concealer. I'm just going to blend a little bit with this little brush. Okay, I think the wedding will probably be towards the end of next year. So like 18 months away. So probably end of 2024. If we are going out to this destination next month and we find a venue, fingers and toes crossed, we're hopefully going to meet a planner out there as well. We need to get on this and organise all of this. Then maybe we will be able to secure something for towards the end of next year. That's the goal. So yeah, that's the plan, hopefully towards the end of 2024. If that doesn't work, spring 2025. That is the vibe that we are thinking, 18 months to 2 years. Let me just get this concealer everywhere. I apply this concealer almost like a foundation. It's really good coverage. This replaced their old concealer, which is this, the Overachiever concealer, which they don't make anymore. And that upsets me so much, because this concealer is the most high coverage concealer I've ever used in my whole life, and I'm obsessed with it. Obsessed. And I'm really gutted that they discontinued it and replaced it with this, which is good, but it's just not as high coverage. So if you guys have any recommendations for a really good, super high coverage concealer, you know, like literally like Tipp-Exing your face vibes, please let me know, because I'm looking for a replacement and I would love your recommendations. Let's apply some powder. What powder am I going to use? Charlotte Tilbury. Not that one. That one's too dark. We'll use Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish 2 Medium. And while I apply that, let's answer the question. Did he ask your dad's permission? Yes, he did ask my dad's permission. We went up to Yorkshire the week before we went to Utah, which was Easter weekend. We went up for the weekend. I hadn't been up in a really long time, like badly long. I really should have gone much sooner, but I've been dealing with some stuff, you know. So yeah, we went up and he asked my dad on that weekend, and apparently my dad was absolutely overjoyed to be asked. And yeah, my dad is very sweet. So yeah, he did ask my dad's permission, which I know is pretty old school, pretty traditional, but I just think it's like really cute that he did that, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure that my dad appreciated being asked. So yeah, that was very sweet. He did ask my dad. Now we're going to apply my bronzer. If you guys have watched any of my previous Get Ready With Me's, this is very similar to everything I do every time I get ready. I've not changed my routine in a few years. So this is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer in shade 01. First things first, I get my eyeshadow brush and just apply it to my eyelids. And then I will use my big brush to apply it to my face. And let's answer another question. Oh, this is a big one. Will you change your name when you get married? Guys, I have no idea. My insides are telling me, no, don't change your name, because I love my name. I like Zanna Van Dijk. I'm not gonna lie, you might think it's a name, but I think it's a really cool name. And I feel like it's my brand, it's my business. I've built like everything around this name. And the idea of changing my name just feels like, do I really want to do that? But then also the other part of me, I feel like there's two parts of me with two different opinions. The other part of me is like, wouldn't it be so nice to take his name and then we're like this united front? By the way, he would never take my name. Floated that idea, went down like a rock. So yeah, it's either I keep my name or I take his name. We also wouldn't double barrel because Van Dijk and Maul just don't sit together as a double barrel too well. So yeah, I'm still sitting on that one. That's something I've been thinking about for, you know, a few years. I've had conversations about this with my friends and I feel so many of us are just like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So I have a few friends who are definitely gonna take their partner's names, and I have a few friends who are like me and are like, I have no idea. I kind of love my name, I kind of want to keep it, but also for ease later down the line, for example, if you have kids, etc., it's quite nice to all have the same name, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. That's the answer to that one. I don't know. If you have any thoughts on that, please let me know down below. I have no strong opinions, and I'm just willing to hear everybody else's thoughts and views on it. So yeah, let me know in the comments. This is my Laura Mercier Rose blush. This is a brand new one that just arrived yesterday because my previous one is completely shattered in here and it's just causing a hot mess. So I've got myself a fresh one. I'm going to apply that with this brush. And what was the question? Do you remember what he said when he proposed? Yes, I do. And he didn't say too many words, but Anthony is a man of few words. The thing that meant the most to me from what he said when he got down on one knee is that he cried. And I know I mentioned that in the previous video, but that is a big deal because wow, this camera makes me look like I put loads of blush on. No, it really doesn't look like much in the mirror. Anthony Maul does not cry. This man does not cry. We've been together for 7.5 years. He's probably cried 5 times. So the fact that he got down on one knee and he cried as he asked me to marry him, that means more than any words he could ever say to me because it shows me how much that moment means to him. And yeah, he was just beaming from ear to ear from then on. And I feel like those shows of emotion from a man who doesn't show too much emotion, that means more to me than any words he could have said. Although I am somebody who loves words of affirmation, I don't expect them because, you know, I can't force him to give me something that he finds challenging and doesn't come naturally to him. But the fact that he cried, shout out to Anthony Maul. Shout out to him because that just shows me, you know, how much that moment meant to him, how much he cares, and it made me cry. So yeah, it was lovely. Blooming lovely. I won't forget that moment for the rest of my life. Literally, when I conjure it up in my head right now, I can see it so vividly, like him down on one knee in front of me on the edge of that cliff. Like, I can see it so vividly, and I just hope I'll have that crystal clear memory forever because it's such a special moment. So first question about the ring, don't you worry that lab-grown diamonds... Oh, by the way, I haven't got my ring on. It's in the pot next to my bedside table. But I do wear it all day, every day. I just take it off when I go to sleep at night because it's currently a little bit too big for me. It's currently, yeah, a little bit too big, a little bit too loosey-goosey, and I'm going to the ring shop next week to get it resized and give it in for a little while while it gets resized. So right now I take it off during anything that I feel like it could fall off in, like when you're in bed, it could just slip off. I don't wear it when I'm swimming, I don't wear it in the gym, etc. So yeah, I do wear it all the time pretty much except those moments, so I'm not wearing it right now because I just rolled out of bed 30 minutes ago. Okay, here we are, let's put it back on. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, it's just a little bit too big for me. It's got like a bit of extra space around the ring, so I definitely need to get it resized. Me and my ring, I love it so much. By the way, it's literally 6:30 AM while I film this. What was the question? Do I worry that lab-grown diamonds won't hold their value? So if you don't know from the previous video, I did request that Amp get me a lab-grown diamond whenever he decided to get me an engagement ring. And yeah, I don't really care about the value. I don't really care whether it holds the value or not because I have no intention of selling this ring. So yeah, I haven't even thought about the fact, you know, do lab-grown rings hold value? It's just not something that's really crossed my mind because I have no intention of having to worry about the value of this ring and selling it, etc. So, by the way, I didn't tell you what height this is. It's the Ambient Lighting Powder in Euphoric Strobe Light from Hourglass. And yeah, that's why I don't really care about the value of it. I mean, I do care about the value of it, but I don't worry about how it holds its value over time because I have no intention of selling this ring. Next question, how do you feel about wearing your ring outdoors, hiking, etc.? So I did wear it on the majority of our hikes while we were in Utah. Let me just put some eyebrow gel in. This is the Surratt Brow Pomade. And what I do is I just kind of brush it through and then let it dry a little bit, and then I comb it through to get the shape in my brows that I want. So yeah, I did wear it on the majority of our hikes in Utah. I just took it off for a couple of bits. So I took it off when we were climbing up Angel's Landing, because that's like a real scramble and you're on a cliff edge. So I just didn't like the idea of losing it then. And I took it off when we went for our swims. And that is about it. I wore a necklace when I was hiking and I'll just slip it on the necklace. But at the moment I do take it off when I'm in the gym. And I think in future I'll probably wear it when I'm hiking, when it's resized. But I won't wear it for stuff that's too hands-on. So scrambling, climbing, via ferrata, etc. because I just don't want to damage it on the rock. But like hiking typically, you're not scrambling too much, you don't have your hands on the rocks too much. I'm just going to wear it for the majority of things, but anything where it doesn't feel safe or I do have concerns about it, I'll just take it off. I typically do wear a gold necklace in day-to-day life, so I can just throw it on the gold necklace. And hopefully that will help keep it safe. Also, by the way, the ring, as we said in the previous video, is insured worldwide. So that's a key thing, get the ring insured. I kind of feel like that does take a little bit of stress off me because it's insured, but I hate the idea of ever losing it, so I still need to be careful. I'm getting my eyebrows tinted and threaded next week because I feel like they're getting a little bit light in the middle again. So we're almost there with my makeup. We are just going to do final coat of mascara, some lip balm and some setting spray. And we are ready to rumble. Let's do the last few questions. So what is your favourite thing about being engaged in the whole engagement? Oh, that mascara is done. Okay. Luckily I have a backup. My favourite thing about the engagement is feeling so loved, not only by Ant and by our families and friends, but by you guys online, literally by everybody in our lives. I just feel like we're so loved. Receiving like such an outpouring of joy and celebration, flowers, cards, congratulations, like it just feels amazing for everybody to be so happy for us, you know, and it's real, pure, genuine joy. And I feel like you don't receive too many moments, you don't have too many moments in your life when there's like an outpouring of love and joy for you. So when you do, you just got to absorb it and take it in and, you know, just revel in that moment and lap it up. And it's been incredible. I just felt so loved by so many people. And yeah, I really, really, really appreciated that. So yeah, it's definitely been the highlight of becoming engaged by far. This is my lip balm I'm putting on. This is the By Terry Balm de Rose. I'm obsessed with this. This is probably my, no, that pot is, this is my new pot. I need to finish off my old pot first. This is probably my 4th or 5th pot now. I love it so much. Oh, so delightful. And the final question is, let's put some setting spray on. This is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. The final question is, are you having an engagement party? And yes, we are. We literally just organised it a few days ago. It's very chill, it's very low key. Let me just see, am I happy with all of this? I'm happy with all of this. It's very chill, it's very low key. It's going to be in London. It's going to be like at a bar. We've hired a private area of a bar and we're just going to have a few people there, have some drinks, have some pizza, just hang out, raise a glass together. It's nothing formal, nothing too much. Like, people can come straight from work. Like, there's not going to be a dress code or anything. We're not going to be like, you have to wear this or that. Literally just rock up post work, come and have a glass of wine or a glass of champagne with us and come and celebrate. And yeah, that's going to be next month, so the month of June. So yeah, we are having an engagement party. I didn't think we would, but when we actually thought about it, we're like, oh, if we're going to get married, you know, end of 2024, start of 2025, that's ages away. So we might as well do something now just to kind of celebrate this moment. So yes, we are having a little engagement party. I have no idea what to wear. I feel like the tradition is to wear white, but do I want to be traditional? Do I want to wear white? I have some cute outfits that are different colours, but also maybe I want to lean in and maybe I want to wear white and just have some fun with that. I have no idea. Anyway, I need to get myself ready because today I'm actually going into London and I'm doing bridesmaid duties for one of my best friends, Naomi. We are going to go to a wedding dress shop called Grace Loves Lace and she's going to try on a whole bunch of dresses and I'm so excited to be there with her. I think it's just me and her going today, so I will be her little dress try-on sidekick. And we're looking forward to, yeah, supporting her and cheerleading her as she tries on lots of beautiful dresses. And I'm so excited for, yeah, when I eventually get to try on dresses. How fun. So yeah, that is my plan today. I need to zhuzh my hair properly, make this look a little bit more put together, put on an outfit, get my stuff together and head into London. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and this little Q&A. If you have any requests for future videos or anything you want me to talk about, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys super soon. Bye.